Cool. Oh, so I was fighting. I don't know if it was last stream or the stream before that, but I was fighting. I had dropped a couple of times, right? I don't remember which stream it was, but
Yeah.
uh,
Or you'd froze up anyway.
yeah. Okay, so it turns out it was my access point, and
Yeah.
so this is the Unified ACAP Pro, right? And I was complaining about it the other day too. I think I told you. Oh yeah, was it? It was a recording, wasn't it?
Yeah, we talked about it last week. Yeah.
Yeah, because it took me forever to get into Discord, and it turns out that it wasn't the laptop or Discord; it was the access point. So it takes forever, spins. I'm like, okay, but lucky for me, I had work backup ISP, so that worked out. Just did it, just use that, which is really fast, by the way. I should probably just move everything over to that. That would be nice. But anyway,
Good to have options.
well, right. So I started messing with it. I did after we were done recording later that night, I did a couple of speed tests and it wasn't good. Like I was getting like 40 meg or something like that, but that was very up and down. Like sometimes I'd get 40.
That wouldn't be bad if that's what you had.
Yeah, if it was a stable 40, I'd be good, man. We'd be fine. But it was not a stable 40. It was 40 sometimes. And
sometimes.
Yeah, so I had rebooted the AP, but that didn't seem to do it. So I think what had happened was I updated my AP a couple of months ago, and it just didn't get bad enough that that it would drop streams or anything like that until, well, I guess I just don't do a lot of heavy stuff.
That's the thing that really is going to test it, right?
Yeah. And I mean, this far away, because this is at the opposite end of the house. Well, no, it's the furthest end of the house from the AP. And yeah, just seemed to be okay. Oh, the whole reason I was going to bring that up was my unified server thingy. When I moved to Proxmox, I blew it up, and I never bothered to set it back up. You had posted a script in Telegram, or some dude's script from Unify.
Yep, it's from the forum though. Yeah.
And I was putting it off, and then you posted that, and I'm like, "There's no way it could be that easy," because I tried to install it on Debian, and the instructions they have are bad. It assumes Debian 7.
Wow.
Yeah. So the version of
I think Ubuntu it wants 1604 maybe.
Yeah, 16 or 18. It was old though.
Old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on Debian 12. Before I even looked at the instructions, I was like, I mean, Debian 12, it's a slow moving thing. Surely they knew it was coming and got it all. No, they did not. So, but that guy's script makes it so easy. Dude, I even got to the point where I was like, all right, fine, I'm just going to do this in Docker then. And then
that's another way around it.
Well, I continuously, and I fought with it for like an hour, was getting like this HTTP not available or something like that. Like the server was responding, but it was responding with we're not doing the HTTP part of this. So yeah, so I fought with that for a little bit. Then you posted that script, which was hilarious because it was while I was troubleshooting that. No joke, man. No joke. So I actually did it a different way. I didn't even use that script, but the script is great. Like it's and even if you only pulled parts of it out or whatever, it is pretty great. I actually found an Ansible playbook that does pretty much the same thing. So cool. I used Ansible, but that way I can repeat it if I need to. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, the script is pretty good. Yeah. It does it for any version that you're running. Dude, just about. That's what's so crazy about it. Yeah. It just kind of does whatever. I love that.
So you got that fired back up. That's good.
Yeah. The script was super easy. It reminded me that I was still using those ports on Docker, so I had to go turn that off and then rerun the script. But after that, it was up and running. But then I had to wait until today when I took a break from work, and I did the whole reset the AP, set it all back up and everything. And now it did an upgrade on that AP as part of the setup process. So far, so good.
That's a good start, right? I mean, getting the right the latest firmware might fix your woes.
Yeah. I truly think that was probably what the issue was prior to this, but
Makes sense.
yeah, I guess we
Well,
won't
that's
know
cool.
until probably in about 20 minutes when it decides it wants to piss me off or something.
So
Uh,
yeah, I got a cool new thing that I didn't talk about on the show.
uh-oh, topic show time.
So I got one of these.
I saw the box in the back. I
It's
knew.
the 8-bit do
How are
controller.
those?
It feels really good, and it's not that expensive. So like $19. I got it on sale.
Those are normally
That's
30. That's not bad.
Yeah, I know. It really is a good deal. And on the back, like you can't see it probably,
Oh,
but
bumpers.
but it's very grippy back like here. It's very like just the way it's like knurled, if you
Oops.
will.
Yeah. That's
it feels very grippy.
My ex. So that is it's kind of a copy of the Xbox. I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah,
To kind
it's
of
similar.
yeah.
It's
And
somewhere between like the Switch Pro controller
yeah. Uh-huh.
and the Xbox, somewhere in between the two.
So
and it's
right
comfy.
here. Yeah. It's got this same kind of
Yeah, it does. Yeah, right in here.
Yeah,
And then it does have these. It's got these shift bumper things. It's got the triggers, and it's got bumpers here.
Xbox doesn't have that. That's cool.
No, it doesn't. No, and I like it a lot. It's really good. The thumbsticks feel comfy. Everything's a little smaller than like a regular Xbox controller, but fits good in my hand.
Nice.
So that's what I got. I got that for $20. And yeah, it's wired, obviously, but it's great for the desktop here.
Yeah, that's this does both. This controller does both, but I prefer to use it wired just because even on Windows devices, the Xbox controller is sometimes just like, guess what? I disconnected.
Yeah.
I'm reconnected now, but you crashed. So
Right.
it's like, come on, man. It's having a good time, Xbox controller.
Yeah, so yeah. That was my splurge there was that and it seems to work out pretty well.
Cool.
I was having troubles with my other ancient, well, it's not really that old, but older one that had the stick drift.
Oh.
And like I couldn't turn and stuff. That's pretty important.
Yeah, kind of.
Or it would turn on its own, and I wasn't intending to.
Uh-huh. I know that feel.
So.
Okay. There we go. Sorry, publishing all of the thingies. Okay. So I was thinking, right. Because I had mentioned at the end of the episode, logo. There's gotta be something. And so I was thinking,
so I gave you my AI generated.
Hey, but no, that actually helped.
Had the right things in it, right?
Yeah. So if we go penguin, all right. So I'm
spitballing, but yeah.
No. So I didn't say any of this, but I'm penguin averse only because everybody does that. Everybody's got a penguin.
True.
And my maybe I'm just thinking too far ahead or too big or too whatever, but user space. User space should be the thing. And then there could be other user spaces. And so
sure.
But I don't know. So I had this idea for a penguin one though. Where it was just the penguin head either looking straight on or looking to the side or whatever, and then underpinned by that spacebar thing. I don't know.
No, that maybe, yeah. That's I see where you're going there.
What?
So if we didn't do a penguin, we could do probably some character.
So with
probably.
Okay. So with user space,
both of our characters.
Right. I think so. I heard some advice a long time ago. I don't know how relevant it actually is. But whatever you have should be should work as a favicon. Like that's
that's hard because that's not very big.
I know, right? I know. So one that includes,
but maybe you could condense it down, even if you had a bigger, logo.
Yeah.
If you could condense it down and it still made sense.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So like a simpler version of the logo. Because I've seen that before as well, and I mean that sounds cool too. So yeah, I've just been spitballing, man. Just trying to figure something out so that I could put it to GIMP, and then at least have some kind of crappy mock-up of like what I'm thinking. But the AI thing was good because that's what gave me the idea of that like the school crest or those shields back in the day, whatever. Or you could have like a penguin, and then something for user, maybe just the little brackets, the little whatever brackets, and then space down at the bottom, maybe just the little under bracket or whatever. I don't know. So I was thinking that.
I don't either.
So I don't know. I don't know. Do you need a logo? Is that a thing? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of cool if we could get one, but
right,
it's a necessity, right? No, and like I threw the book in there with the like the Linux history book.
That's what I meant.
The magnifying glass. So like he's diving for the history.
Oh, we're always doing that,
right? And like the image is kind of terrible, but it had the right elements in it.
It wasn't too bad. Let me see.
It was a little off. Yeah, it needed it needed some shuffling, if you will.
Here we go. Let me see if I can open this up.
And he had like the sleuth hat on. Yeah.
There we go. There, so you can see in the live stream now.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about.
You had some right thoughts. It just wasn't quite. Like I think if he had the book in his other hand, and because like how many hands does the guy have?
True that. Let me see.
That's a PowerShell. We don't need PowerShell for this show.
Gonna go ahead and clear that out real quick. Told you I was in a rush, man. But we are back in the Gentoo box, and what I wanted to do, I haven't updated it since the last one.
Right.
So what I wanted to do was
do an update, right?
Yeah, we haven't done that yet. Hopefully that's oh crap, what's the password?
I had mine running in the background on the last episode. And it did a lot because like it did a Plasma update, which is like takes forever.
Yeah. It was going the whole time. Now that
and it kept going.
Yeah, it did. Now that our videos take the bottom quarter of the screen as well, it allowed me to zoom in a little bit, so it's cutting that off a little bit. So my question to you is the camera, the good one right in front of you. Can you move? One? Yes. No. Wait. Are your two cameras right next? That one.
The other one's right here.
Okay. Yeah, that one. Is it possible to move that over a little more so that you have to angle it more toward the monitor?
I actually have it about 2 inches in front of the monitor now. So it's like I have the two monitors and I have about that much space in between them.
Oh, okay.
And I have like it's coming out the middle of the two monitors, if you will.
Okay.
And it's out about, 2-3 inches. But I could try to do something where it's basically where this one is. Maybe.
Other way.
But I think I need to be over here on this other monitor.
Yeah. If it's possible. I think I could well, I don't want to go back out too much further.
Well, the other thing is I could probably shuffle that monitor around a little bit too, so
that would work
a little closer to like behind me.
Yeah, that would work. That would definitely do it. I didn't know the camera was coming out at you.
It
I didn't know.
is.
I didn't
Yeah,
know it
no,
was that close.
it's in between the monitors, and it's out like 2 inches away from the monitor.
Oh wow, that's really cool. I
It's not
actually,
a big, so it's not a big camera, right? It's tiny, and I've got this desk stand that is like weighted, and it's got springs and stuff. It's really a mic stand, I think,
yeah,
maybe, but well, I don't know. It's got the camera mount on the top,
interesting though.
um, and yeah, so I kind of have it on that.
That's really cool though.
It is cool. Um,
Sorry, trying to.
so I could shuffle that around a little potentially.
That big. That would be fine. However you want it. How whatever's easier for you, honestly.
So it's hard because I try to get the two cameras close-ish
Yeah.
to each other. So I have this one shoved all the way down on my monitor, almost to the end, right? So that they're near each other.
Right.
And obviously my monitor is turned a little bit different than the camera.
Right.
Because I want to be able to see this monitor over here too, without turning too much.
Right. Yeah.
And and so I have the two monitors, angled like a wing back, and I have the camera right in the middle of them. So,
well,
yeah,
I mean, it does not have to change at all. So it's not a big deal one way or the other. But because you're
I
doing
would like
it,
to get it in the shot. Yeah,
right?
you're right.
Yes. Yeah. Because you're doing it, I'd like to get more of it in the shot. You can definitely see that it's churning stuff.
Oh yeah,
but you
It's
can't
just fun.
see the left half of it.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see if I can shuffle that around a little bit and get it, like behind me. It's not a great monitor. It's really a TV. It's not a great monitor, but
I mean,
it's
you can
nice for
you can see
having the
Gentoo
stuff in the
compilation
background.
flying by. That's the important bit.
Absolutely, and like with the HDMI plugged into the laptop, it just mirrors the two when you're in a terminal, in a virtual terminal.
Oh, right. Oh, that's pretty cool. What about the laptop? Can you just hang that from the ceiling or something? Put it right behind you.
Maybe.
You just need to hang a little swing down and a little seatbelt for it, and then
Right?
Yeah.
Just set it nice, gently. Yeah, sure.
yeah, don't break it.
Yep.
Okay, so I need to figure out what command actually does the thing. So I know the emerge, ask, verbose, update, deep, new use, at world will do it, but there are a couple of options in there.
You need to update your cache or whatever they call it in Gentoo land.
That's the sync, right? Emerge sync.
Emaint, I think.
What? Hold on, we're gonna have to bust out the Gentoo manual here. I gotta figure this out. Gentoo. What is it? Get started, surely, right? Boot, follow the instructions. Where? Oh, Gentoo handbook. Okay.
Let me see if I can find a link.
We got to do it properly, Dan. We got to do it in the handbook. AMD 64 handbook. So, like, for the first year of using Gentoo, do you just have like 6,000
wiki tabs open?
Yeah, like bookmarks and stuff?
Probably.
Wait, what do you say probably like you don't? Because you
totally
don't.
do.
No, okay. I was going to say,
What
no. That would
There
be
you go.
something Dan would do, though. Is just, no, I already know the commands.
I remember them vaguely. I up arrow a bit to get there sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So that upgrading page, that's the magic sauce right there. That'll
That's
take you to the wiki
required.
page.
Okay, updating Gentoo.
Yeah, that's the page we want to be at.
Okay, we're not on the rolling release yet. You are. I'm not.
Yeah, but
Emaint.
Emaint auto sync, which is what I thought.
For complete information on how to use Emaint. Okay, so to update all installed packages to the latest available versions, the first update first update the Gentoo repository with emaint.
Right.
So emaint.
Right. So that basically gets your local repository synced with the available packages.
So this is the apt update.
So you know, yeah, essentially, yes.
Got
it. It's your cache update. Yeah. So you know what packages are available.
Got it.
Otherwise, it won't do anything because it'll just do whatever it did.
Yeah, it'll be like, you're up to date, dude.
All your packages are up to date.
Yeah, you're fine. What do you mean? What do you mean updates? This is Gentoo, baby.
You can see as that flies by, you can see it deleting packages and adding.
Oh, it's deleting stuff?
Well, it's not deleting packages, but deleting the version. Like that version's no longer available, or maybe the package is no longer available upstream in Gentoo repositories. This is stuff you don't see with the apt update, right? It's the cache getting updated. You just don't see it.
Oh, so these aren't okay. So these are not packages; they're package references. It's deleting old package references, not packages.
And now,
okay, that makes sense.
Now it's going to check, make sure everything is GPG, signed and everybody's happy.
Got it. You know what I forgot to do when I was telling everybody that we're doing this is I forgot to tell the chats, man.
Whoops.
We're only 30 minutes.
I feel like Discord people should probably notice something going on. Question mark?
Maybe.
All right. So it looks like it did that actually pretty quick.
Hey, there's one.
Yep, we got him.
I forgot to tell everybody about this. Whoops.
Whoopsie doodle. Hey, we're still here though.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. We're about to compile some stuff, so we'll be here for a while. Yo, Adam. All right. The fam is showing up. Do. If I told everybody about it, it would have happened a while ago. Do.
Whoopsie.
I'm compiling it. All right. So emaint is done. That's great. Then, okay, this is what I was saying. This was the command I was going to use.
Yeah, which is great, but like I said, if you didn't update the available packages, it wouldn't have done anything.
Okay.
It just said, yeah, we're good.
All right, so I just need to remember emerge avuden at world, and we'd be good. But instead of that, I like it. I like the BSD options, honestly, because they're very verbose. I just hate typing the BSD options because they're very verbose.
But the cool thing about that is you don't have to worry about the case. Because I could write that out, the other one out, but I would not remember the correct case for the right letter and have it all dorked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Adam, you can get away with that almost in the emerge. You can get away with NAD. You'd have to throw a U in there somewhere. UNAD or NAD-U.
That's cool.
There's a NAD in there somewhere. There we go. Are those numbers? Are those just gibberish? Are those real numbers? That's pi. Oh my God, that's pi. It does pi. Did you? Okay. Okay.
That's part of the candy or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was real smart, and then you were like, "Yeah, totally." Oh.
Well, it is real smart. It knows pi further than I do.
That's very true. I'm out to what, 5 digits after the decimal? That's as far as I can remember.
All right, 66 packages.
That's all of them, baby. Well, probably not.
No, definitely not. Well, you don't have a desktop on there.
Yeah, so. Not yet.
So that is a lot, really.
We're gonna get Gnome on here. I think that's my intent. And somebody in the YouTube comments was telling us like how to do that, and I was doing it wrong. That's not how you do it. You have to do some other things to prep for it, and just swapping profiles was not enough.
Oh no, it's not enough.
Well, why would it be enough? Because it's Gentoo. That's why it's not enough.
That just sort of gets some of the back-end compilation stuff prepped up.
Right. And so the way they were making it sound, though, was that that should have, selecting that profile should have like brought in that kernel that I needed to the kernel headers that I needed to compile, but it didn't. And I know for a fact that I
wonder if you had to do the sync thing before you did that. I don't know.
Oh, whoa.
I wondered. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, I know for a fact I chose the right profile, had it selected, and everything else. But also, I know for a fact that I didn't do any extra sync. So what I'm really trying to say is that it was my fault, regardless of how it played out. But
yeah,
how much of my fault really was it? Look at that. There's an Ubuntu pin, just in case.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. It's the aubergine color.
Yeah, sure. This is the old one. This is the old bright orange they used to sport around, and now it's all purple. Which I like purple, but not as much as orange. Purple, right?
Right.
Sometimes the orange is where it's at.
Right.
The new orange is good. Look, this is what I was complaining about, by the way, on the show. Oh my God, that's Camacho, dude. Camacho for president, man.
All right.
At least the guy was like, "You can fix this. Fix it." I mean, he was gonna murder them with a monster truck. Otherwise, so I mean, you know, the incentive was there, but you know, he had the right. His heart was in the right spot.
Be bigger.
He was. Yeah, he's got the spirit.
I think it's actually animated as well when I talk.
No,
really?
I don't see it. It might be in regular Discord though. I say like.
No, yeah, right, yeah.
Well, you haven't said anything, so I can't.
Well, how are you today, Leo? How are you today, Dan?
I'm hot, man.
I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's good here.
It's
Don't
been.
bully yourself at all.
He is doing something.
Yeah, he's firing the machine gun in Congress.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's a Nitro thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. All right. I had to click on your profile to see it, but I see it now.
No.
It works. I like it. That's cool.
That's my president right there.
Yeah.
Skywood Plants Grave. That's one of my favorite movies. I think Mike Judge just makes fantastic movies, dude. I had Office Space for the first couple of seasons, man. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That is one of my favorite movies.
Next to The Big Lebowski, that one is
I like
absolutely fantastic. My God, I could watch that one just on repeat. That one's so good. Shut up, Donnie.
One of my favorite lines. I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Bob.
Yes. Oh my God. I actually had a friend. No, he works at Schwab. He works at a financial firm, but they do all the software backend and stuff. And they were bringing in people, and I was like, oh. When he was telling me the story, I was like, oh, like the Bobs. And he had never seen Office Space before. So he's like, yeah, how did you know? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's a reference from the movie. They bring in Bob Slidell and Bob, the other Bob, I forget his name.
Yeah.
And then they go in and
required homework right there.
Yeah. They go in and they just figure out who to fire. And he goes, that's why they call them the Bobs. Yeah. That's why they call them the Bobs. They're cleaning house, man.
That's hilarious.
Not gonna work.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. No more. Yeah.
How can they never say my name? It's not Nanajad. It's not so hard. Dude, that movie. Oh, I'm not going to do anything illegal.
There's so many lines.
I know.
You really got to watch it a few times probably to catch them all.
I know. I mean, the whole thing, just from the very first scene, is
absolutely
the jokes just come and they come.
It's some of the really small ones that really get me. Like, yeah, I'm doing the drywall at the new McDonald's. Like, it's just like he's leading it up. Like, you think he also works in IT, but then he just I'm doing the drywall at the new McDonald's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, if you had $1 million, I guess we can't say that part here, but
yeah.
Oh, you don't need $1 million to do nothing, man. Look at my cousin. He's broke as hell. Don't do shit.
I think about that sometimes, and I'm like, I could. I could just drive out to the country and dig a hole and live in it, and I'd be all right, man. There's an Allsups on the corner. I'd just keep myself alive with chimichangas. I'd be good.
Yeah, right.
I'd be good, man. Beans they're like the complete food. Beans, man.
Yep.
Man, now I'm kind of
Possibility.
craving a chimichanga now. That was a country song, and that's ironic coming from me because I live in Texas. But it's a country song about chimichangas, or actually the beef and bean burrito out at Allsups, and how he never made a good choice in the same day that he got a bean burrito from Allsups. And that's just it's a metaphor for life. If you ever go into Allsups getting a bean burrito, you're making bad choices. But you know what? Tastes good. So
you started off wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely not. It's like it's kind of the same thing as saying I had 4 Hot Pockets for lunch today. Like yeah. Oof.
Yeah, anybody who says that, just don't listen to any of their advice.
Absolutely. So put me in that group. I have definitely done that before. Not recently. The heartburn is bad.
Yeah, like I've totally been there. Like it was good when you were doing it.
Yeah.
But not terribly long afterwards, you found out about remorse.
Yeah, catches up with you a little bit.
Yep.
Worked better when I was in the 20s, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Stab of regret.
Yep.
Absolutely. Like, why am I sweating? It's 60 in here.
It's incredible. Like as you get older, like you look back on some of the stuff you ate when you were younger, and you're like, "Well, how did I enjoy that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the taste is there. Actually, no, I take that back. The taste is not there sometimes. What was I eating Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are terrible now. They're I don't
get the hot and spicy one.
Well, okay, yes. There's a different.
Yeah, the plain ones are just feet.
Dude, they taste like cardboard.
Yeah.
It's weird.
They're very plain.
And they smell like feet.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
My wife brought home some Cheez-Its, but the puffed kind, and those are slightly better because they just taste like cheese puffs. Like
what a ripoff, though.
Yeah.
But they got the flavor burst or whatever. What are the enhanced flavor ones?
Flavor blasted.
Are you talking about the goldfish?
Oh, nope. Is it goldfish?
No, they got one. They got a Cheez-It one too. That's like the same type of thing.
They had to pull a 1990. Yeah, that's exactly it. They had to pull a 1996 and add an X to the name of it. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, but those aren't. At least those have some flavor.
So think about how much of a ripoff those puffed ones are, though. So you get the same size box, and yet they take up more volume.
That's right. Well, at the very least,
get less of them.
To their credit, they taste better. But I think what they're doing is that's how they're subtly manipulating you to stop buying the regular Cheez-Its and go to one of the other ones where they make more of a profit. Because I'm telling you, man, the regular ones are pretty trash now.
Yeah, they are.
And so much so that I got the store brand ones, and the store brand ones tasted just like the regular ones. And I was like, no, these are trash too. Great work.
I got some from Aldi that were actually pretty good. They're like, cheese offs or whatever their brand is.
Okay. Okay,
they were actually all right. Yeah,
I gotta try that one next because the HEB ones tasted almost identical to the Cheez-Its, and I'm like, good on you, HEB, you're awesome, but they still trashed. So no.
At least they didn't lose anything there. Yeah,
true. I actually do like a lot of the HEB brand stuff, which is saves me a little bit of money, which is kind of nice.
I don't have an
HEB.
Man,
don't have.
They're starting to slowly hit little spots outside of Texas, but that's still a very Texas thing. So if you come through Texas,
how long have they been a thing?
Oh, dude, since like a long time. I mean, they're probably coming up to like 100-year anniversary or something one of these days.
Okay,
they've been around for a while.
Yeah, because I lived in El Paso for a year and didn't see any of them out there.
They may not have spread that far west, but they're in Mexico.
More Mexico than Texas out there.
Yeah.
Well, they're in Mexico.
That's a fair point.
1905. They hit their 100-year. 15 years ago, 12 years ago. I don't know math. I can't math.
Years. Yeah.
I can't math. So y'all do with those numbers what you will. 1905. Whatever. But
that's cool.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time, man.
I always hit up Albertsons in El Paso.
Yeah, Albertsons was pretty good when I was near one. Most of those, I think they're done. I think they're gone now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to have one pretty close, and I would always hit that up. It was a good store, but Apparently not good enough. Couldn't beat HEB, that's for sure.
Of course, I was in El Paso in like 2010, 2011, so things have probably changed since then.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, still compiling. And it's really good that it's compiling not on this machine because we're using all the power just to stream and be on Discord and everything else. Oh, wrong way. Make us a little bigger. Actually, you know what?
Who needs TV when you can just watch blocks of text fly by?
I mean, kinda. It's entertaining.
It is pretty fun.
I love blinking lights, man. Like, that's my favorite thing in the world. I don't care how you get me your blinking lights. But the green blinky ones and the amber blinky ones are the best. Because it makes me feel like there's data moving or something. I actually miss having hard drive blinky lights.
Oh, I know.
That's such a sad thing they got rid of. And it left on laptops first.
Yeah.
And then
I have one on the back of my machine.
That's a useless place for it. Yeah, right?
Unless it's super bright and you see the reflection off the paint on your wall.
You put it in a dark room or something, but that's pretty useless. That really is.
There's no way you're gonna see that little LED with all the RGB stuff on.
Oh, so you need like a series of mirrors to bounce the light straight into your face while you're playing games.
Yeah.
Like it gets real intense when you're
mirror fun house just to see the hard drive LED.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It gets real intense every time you're loading up a new area or something.
I think people might misinterpret that as something else, but yeah.
What are you doing back there? What's going on?
Right.
Nothing. What do you mean?
But yeah, it was on the back. It's like, you know where like the motherboard ports are and stuff? It's like at the very top of the case. Like that edge of the motherboard ports. It's like a little LED.
Huh.
Weird.
That's cool though. I mean, that's cool that they still have it though.
My desktop's got one too, and it's on the top in the front, which is great. It's a great place for it. It's on the top, not on the front of it. But so like if you had it on the floor or whatever, on a stand that was down lower, you could totally see it.
Yeah,
it's kind of a good spot. But that's a bit of a dinosaur, I guess.
I haven't had one in years, man. When I built the 5800X box, it didn't come with one. I
think my Asus laptop I bought a year ago, I think it has one.
Wow, really?
It's a ROG, like a ROG Strix gaming laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has one.
So you have to get the gamer flare to have the cool HDD LED anymore.
More lights, the faster, right? If it has more lights, even if it's a hard drive LED.
Dude, I feel like maybe that's why I like it. Maybe that's why I want those lights, because when it was blinking, I was like, yeah, computer's definitely doing something now.
The real question is, how many of us replaced our hard drive LED with like a blue one back in the 2000s?
Oh, if I could? Yeah, absolutely. Red? So yesterday. It's blue, baby. Definitely.
Yeah, when blue LEDs were new, everyone was like, put it in everything.
Yeah. Green and red. That's too Christmas.
They're so bright.
Blue I know.
Blue is bright. Yeah,
it's just
incredible.
Yeah. Oh, look. I think we've
probably put like Kapton tape over them or something to dim them.
I've had to do that with a couple, actually. Just because they're so bright.
And they always put them on like home theater equipment. Like I'm not trying to watch a movie in the dark, and like it's just like staring me in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Oh my God. It's not really just on package 9 of 66.
Yeah, no, you're on 9.
Holy crap. We're not even going to be able to. Oh, wow. Okay, no, I see it in the top. 10 of 66 right now.
Yeah, you're going to be a bit.
Oh, wait, no, there's 11. Okay, no. We're good. No, we're flying now. We're on.
No. Gentoo compiles the progress is just as accurate as like a Mac OS update. Like, it might say 20 minutes, but it's not.
Dude, there's been so many times where I've stared at it and it just sits at 20% or so, and it just takes I'm like, the Mac's done now. There's no getting into it. You can't reboot it. You can't do nothing to it. So it's just dead. And then like 20 minutes later, it's like, guess what? 99%. But we're not done yet.
It's like sitting at 20 and then it reboots and you're just like, did it crash?
Yeah.
And then it comes back and it's back at 20.
No, God, no.
All right. And there's no indication. These days, you don't even get a time. It's just like a bar, right? It's a nondescript bar.
That's exactly
and
what
the
it
bar
is.
isn't even linear. Like it goes really quick and then it stops and then it goes and like you don't even know what it's doing.
Yeah, there's no telling. I don't know. I guess nobody cares. I guess like regular people don't care, but I care.
I can tell you, regular people jump up and down and scream about having to do updates.
Right,
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want to do it.
Well, that's why you can't. That's why you can't blame Microsoft for doing what they did, man. Just do it at 5 a.m. Sorry, you had something open.
Well, so at work, we've actually pushed out this application that's called Nudge for the Mac users, and basically it checks to see where you're at as far as getting your stuff updated.
Oh, okay.
And it'll say it'll pop up a most of the window notification that says, hey, you've deferred these for, a certain number of days. And then after a while, it'll say, you got to do your updates basically. And like, it won't let you close it or move the window out of the way or any of that. It's like
less of a nudge.
It lets you defer it for a little while and it tries to nudge you, to do your updates.
Okay, Microsoft, take it easy over there.
Yeah. And so it's kind of a cool thing, and but honestly, it's really the only way you can get compliance.
Oh, that's no joke though. Yeah, I usually only let them sit for a week or so because I swear
that's not bad.
The only time I'm looking at the screen is when I'm dealing with work, and then if I'm not looking at that screen, I'm not dealing with work. So yeah, sometimes
stuff at work gives you like
it's like
2 times.
Yeah.
You hit you hit defer 2 times. Then the next time it's like you got 5 minutes and it's happening.
Oh, save your stuff, dude.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes to save your stuff. All right, cool.
Now that's one good thing. Maybe okay. So this was Microsoft's plan the whole time is push everybody to the cloud so that they do all of their Word and Excel work in the cloud, and that way they can reboot everybody's computer whenever they feel like it, and no data will log. Okay, so I have to bring this up. Because I've been on a Windows machine for the past few days or whatever, and I started getting some history together. I know. Yeah. Shh, Dan. Shh. I was getting some history together, and I was like, you know what would be really cool is if I do that in open source software, especially because I'm on a Microsoft box, right? So I pull down LibreOffice, and I start writing stuff down in Writer, getting everything set up. I would put that in HedgeDoc later on. But, there's a quick way for me to just pass file around if I needed to. And wouldn't you know it, I left the file open, let my computer go to sleep. It updated that night. And then I open up Writer, and it's like, oops, you lost your document. Would you like me to recover? And I'm like, oh, thank God. Yeah,
if you can,
recover. It recovered a blank document. I was not happy.
Yeah. Yeah, you did,
man, and that's my own fault, man.
Strikes again.
It was my own fault. I should have pressed Control S, man.
Is it though? Shouldn't LibreOffice shouldn't the recovery thing actually done something?
Stop making sense, Adam. Stop doing that.
I know.
We're never
why offer that?
We'll never get agreements. Yeah.
Why are you even bother to offer to
so
recover that? You can't recover anything. There's nothing to recover.
Let me tell you. So normally I do this kind of work in VS Code, and you know what VS Code does?
Yeah.
Auto save. It writes a temporary file, man, and that file never goes anywhere. So you can close it, you can reboot, you can do whatever you want, and then all the tabs you had open, all the files that you had open, all the text that you had written, not saved, written would be there when you opened it back up. And the one time,
Leo, you were on the right track. Vim will do that as well.
Yeah.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
And you can run that on Windows too.
Wow. So that's the answer. The answer is always Vim. Is that okay?
Well, every single time.
Man. All right. I guess I got to put Vim over here on Gentoo now. That'll be the first package I install. Man.
Without fail.
Yeah. Harsh mistress indeed.
I guess it comes down to you need to use a text editor, not a actual document writing tool.
Basically writing a document though. But yes, you're not wrong. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Because it's just raw text that I'm dealing with, and I just slap the URLs in there. I don't spend a whole lot of time formatting it or anything like that. So that's why Markdown works pretty well. But Man,
It's brutal.
The one time, man. So I'll go back to it eventually, but that still stings. And this happened like
I bet
4 or 5 days ago, so it still stings. Still stings a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Oof.
Yeah,
I feel for you.
Yeah. Get you every time, and I make fun of people all the time for the Microsoft thing. I was just do your updates, and then of course, slap me right in the face. Fine, okay, I get it. It's just so easy to not pay attention, though.
So I'm of the mindset you can't ever have enough text editing, document, word note taking things in your life.
Yeah, I got them all.
So the latest one I'm on a kick with is Joplin.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
So like Joplin will use something to sync all of your notes in the back end. So you could use Nextcloud, you can use anything really as a place where you sync your stuff. OneNote, probably Google Drive, all those. Any one of those.
Really?
Yeah, so
hang on,
similarly, it'll do the autosave stuff and synchronize all of your notes.
So could I use Joplin as a front end for Nextcloud? Their notes?
No, I don't think so. It's more like WebDAV.
Well, yeah, Nextcloud does WebDAV.
Yeah, but do the notes? Maybe. I don't know.
The notes
That's a good
app
question.
thing is really just a front end for dealing with MD files normally, like in a directory. So like you can go in and find the notes directory, and it really is just TXT or MD files, whatever you choose, however you want them to be saved.
Right.
So if I just WebDAV'd to that notes directory, it would like...
Maybe. I didn't really look at the back end to see what it looks like and how it saves it all and how it hashes all that. Because it's supposed to be encrypted end to end. So the middle section probably looks like gobbledygook, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Wherever it's stored on the server.
Oh, I see. Well, then maybe I could just create a new directory with new notes.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Yeah, no, absolutely. It'll use your file share type. Yes. Yeah. Parts of Nextcloud.
Well, I mean, I guess my history always ends up in HedgeDoc.
It does.
So,
which is
I don't care too much about the encryption. Can you turn the encryption off in Joplin?
I don't know that. It's on by default, so I didn't try.
Yeah, can I be irresponsible with Joplin too?
I went with it because it sounded good, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
They shouldn't let me, but they might.
You probably could. I don't know.
I do all the things wrong.
But I do like it because they have a mobile client, and so I can do it on my Fire tablet. I can do it on my phone. I can do it on my Linux box. You could probably do it on a Windows box. I don't know.
That is really cool.
I totally missed this whole conversation.
We were talking about note-taking apps and Joplin in particular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be irresponsible because apparently Joplin wants to encrypt stuff, and I mean,
right.
That's too many steps. Should I do it? Yes. Will I do it? Not if I can turn it off.
Okay, so WhamGeek says Joplin does allow you to use an external editor to take notes. So maybe, that could work.
Yeah, because one of the things that Nextcloud allows you to do is obviously deal with Markdown, but so what kind of external editor could I use to? Well, if it's WebDAV, then anything, right?
So there is at least on Android, I know there's a Notes app that will use your notes in Nextcloud. I don't know if there's an iOS version of that.
Probably. It's probably $4.99.
Yeah, right. That's a good point. But maybe.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not a necessity because when I sit down to write notes, there's always at least 8 tabs open at a time, so I can't really do that very well on mobile.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, but for me, what I was actually making notes that I was I was going to a meeting, so I wanted to like have some bullet items together so that I could just kind of run through those. And so I was using my tablet, my Kindle tablet, to follow along in my notes. I wasn't using that to make my edits. I was using that to just kind of review my notes mostly.
Oh, right.
So it was handy for that because then I could have something that is, fits in my hand and I could read while I was at a meeting, which was cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, because for now, like currently, I just hop into Nextcloud
Mm-hmm.
and then go to notes, and then I can open up whatever, and it's just text, and I can edit it from here. So it's not a big deal one way or the other, but having one that looks pretty also helps.
Oh, it says, and so somebody in chat said they have a terminal client. That's
Yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty slick.
Oh, whoa, hold on. It deals with it differently. I need to change this in there then. If the I never bothered to change the .txt extension by default to MD, but if you do, holy crap. Okay, whoa. I may not need anything.
No, it's like actual Markdown then.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. No. This is way good.
All right, we blew Leo's mind, and he'll catch up with us next week.
That's no joke though. Maybe.
Cool. Like silly little things, just note-taking apps, right?
I mean, it works. It works very much like. Okay, hold on. Let me get the light out of there. No, you can't. No, you can't. There we go. There, you can kind of see it.
So you got the bolded.
Yeah, it's a full-blown
headings. Yeah.
It's a full-blown Markdown editor, man. Okay, so I gotta go make the switch. There you
go. Done.
Oh, maybe I did. I think I just did it late. Oh yeah, sure enough. My old ones are TXT, but my new ones are MD. I already made the change. Just way late. Okay. That's kind of cool. All right. That must have been an app update in the Nextcloud thing, because I'm pretty sure it didn't used to do
Probably. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, hey, look, we're 63 of 66. We're almost there. We might actually get some Gentoo changes in today. I'm excited.
That'd be cool.
And I learned something new today. That's why I like hanging out with you guys.
That's good, too. Yeah, exactly. That's why we talk about these things.
So if you didn't know, the Nextcloud app on mobile will let you deal with Markdown natively. And it looks pretty. So that's cool. I like that a lot.
It is good.
All right, so we're compiling Grub.
Wow, you really are getting to the end.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, so when you update the kernel, do you have to do like Grub things?
If you have it in the way I understand it, if you have it in your use flags, if you have your compile flags set correctly, it will do that anytime you update the kernel. If you have grub in your compile flags, you have to look.
Yeah. How would I know?
You just look at your make dot thingy.
Make dot profile?
Yeah, the configuration thing. Yeah.
Is that under
in your portage, Etsy portage?
Portage.
Is it portage? Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I feel like I've asked this question before, but
you know me, I'm all fancy.
That's true. Yeah, you say sudo out here.
Dan is nothing but classy.
Absolutely.
It's my proximity to the French Canadians.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Man, Grub takes a while.
Yeah, it's a beefy program.
Someone had also asked, how come we don't just, or that we could just forego Grub altogether and just use the EFI stub, something or another.
I guess so.
And I mean, I would normally do that, but in this VM, I think I chose just the
Yeah, I think
older
you did.
BIOS.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think that's going to work. We need some kind of bootloader.
Yeah.
So
Even still, Grub's not a bad one.
Nah, it's just big. There's just a lot to it. And
It is big. Yeah,
it's
as you can see, it is fairly large.
and it's 1,000 years old too.
Well, there's that.
And yet, still somehow only in version 2.
Yeah, and amazingly, sort of default for a lot of places.
Everywhere, just about. I think you have to get
a lot.
You got to get pretty niche distro, gamer distro to like get away from that. Because what is it like? Solus and Pop OS.
Right.
The end.
Yeah, unless
Elementary.
If you do it yourself in some other places, like Void, obviously, Arch, and here in Gentoo, you can control your own destiny on those and do something different. But yeah, you gotta really look.
Yeah, but if you're loading up a popular one, there's a 98% chance you're getting grub.
Oh wait, didn't like one of the Arch like Garuda or Endeavor, one of those two, switch not too long ago? I feel like they did. I feel like they went to system deboot.
Maybe that one. I missed that one.
It was like right after the Grub blow up in Arch land.
Oh,
they switched over to system deboot.
It sounds like an Endeavor. It sounds like what Endeavor would do.
Yeah, and it was a good workaround. Honestly, it's probably a better way to go.
Mm-hmm. Can't blame you for that one.
Nope.
Okay.
I find it so there's one. Everybody likes system deboot, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
But they still hate system D.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, now system D has your boot, and that means it's just one binary. One binary to do it all. I feel like that's the idea, right? I think that's the argument anyway. That
it's modular,
a monolith. I know, but because it all has system D in the name, therefore it's all one thing.
Yeah, it's a monolith. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We're on the kernel. But I got the binary, so it's not going to compile it, right?
That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. No, it should just pull things down and splat it in the right places.
We're adding patches.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's done. That was quick. Okay. It's got some stuff to do. I wish I knew what was going on here. But these are just flags being passed to GCC.
Probably modules
or something?
getting added. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, final size. Okay, that's done. That was quick.
Yeah, so pretty much just put the thing down. Yeah.
Okay. Now what's next?
I don't know.
We'll see. 2 more. 2 more to go. And then we can compile for the rest of the week. No.
What are you compiling? No, I didn't catch
right now.
He's just doing his updates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We're on the kernel now. We got 2 more packages to go. Oh, now we're adding modules.
Oh, yeah, it's just splatting your modules down.
Yeah. Good thing we have an SSD. This will take much longer.
Oh, yeah, this is pretty quick.
Okay. Making progress. I like that. So what do we do after this? I mean, besides adding a couple extra packages.
Well, you do want to change your profile, but yeah, you want to add some packages too, right?
Luckily, it's right here. So you select profile list. It shows me all of them. You select profile set. I'll choose the Gnome one. And then, but now that I have a kernel, I can just install stuff. So I'll need to install like the Gnome desktop
There
package.
should be a meta package, or I forget what they call them.
Well, we need to go to, what did you say? Packages.gentoo.org.
Well, yeah, or there's probably a wiki page for the Gnome desktop.
Gnome-based Gnome? Wait, they're only on 40? No, this is not what that is. What is this? Meta package for GNOME. Merge this package to install gnome.org. So GNOME.
Yeah, node-based GNOME.
Yeah. So how do you? So they're only on GNOME 40 right now. The regular non-rolling
Stable.
release version, stable. There you go. Yeah, is on GNOME 40. Okay.
Yeah, looks that way.
Okay. Still doing kernel things. Installing kernel module dependencies, hard linking files, creating the image, using auto-determined compression method gzip. Hey, that's kernel 6.1 6.1 though. It's cool.
It's fairly new. I'm on 6.5.
Okay.
On Gentoo?
Yeah, I'm on the testing branch.
Oh,
Oh yeah. He's way ahead. He's doing the fun stuff. I'm just figuring it out.
I'm trying to break it.
you know, an app that I've enjoyed quite a bit. Surprisingly, GNOME boxes.
Yeah.
It is pretty good. Yeah, no, that's decent application.
It's
Yeah.
super simple, dude. I love it.
Mhm.
If I'm
Yeah,
spinning up a quick VM, just gonna try something out real quick, easy peasy.
Amazingly, it works well as a Flatpak.
That's what I'm running it as. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's the
And you're like-
recommended way.
How is virtualization working in a
On a
Flatpak?
Flatpak.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm on that silver blue. So
Oh,
Oh, right.
yeah, we just got done with
Flatpak,
that.
yeah.
I still have it. Well, I was gonna point at the laptop that's normally sitting
Nice.
back there.
Still
is
have
that
it on.
Is that the latest episode? I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We talked about silver blue and the history thereof, and
Oh,
And
hell yeah! I'm
I-
all about
yeah.
that.
I
it
mentioned
was a good. It was fun.
Yeah, it was. I mentioned in the episode that I didn't even do the first initial update after installing Silverblue before I moved over to Sodalite, which is the Pantheon one. I was really putting it through its paces, and it did not break. I did maybe 5 updates.
Yeah, I think that's about how many I did as
Yeah.
well.
And saying updates is weird. It's more of a tree migration. I migrated to
Right.
4 or 5 different trees during our process, and they all worked well.
No, they did. Yeah, I agree. It's solid. It's like I talked about and probably didn't articulate super great. It's a different methodology in the way you run your system after you get going with it.
Oh, are you
But-
okay with the reboots, Adam?
Yeah,
You can actually apply most things live.
How do you do that? What do you mean? What?
There's
Hey,
an apply live option, like a thing you can do. So if you just need to install like layer a package or something, you don't want to reboot it, you can just do apply live.
well, that's interesting.
Like something like like when I install Tailscale or 1Password, like
Mhm.
both of those I layer because they need lower level access. and
Right?
stuff.
Yeah,
And I just do apply live and I don't have to reboot.
That's
yeah. Like
cool.
I switched my shell into ZSH, and I didn't know that you could do that, so I rebooted.
Yeah.
Well, I just did. Once I figured that out, I just did all the changes and then rebooted. Made all the changes.
Pretty much. You try to stack them together. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but that's a better approach. I feel like.
Yeah. The more you know.
That's cool.
Yep.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just
That's why I
need
like
to
these.
get using it, and you need to use it for a little while before you really get the hang of it, and you learn some things in the process.
I
Yeah.
definitely have a good amount of time on it
Mm-hmm.
over the.
How long you been using it?
Off and on, quite a while. I think the longest stint that I used it was probably about 8 months.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Enough time to really kick the tires then.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
And this was like Silverblue, like 36 or something.
Okay.
So 36, 37. So it wasn't even as nearly as polished and nice of an experience as it is now. But I kind of like, I have the brain for that containerized world, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I completely understand how like people might be so used to sort of the flat, as I would say, like the flat way of handling a system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
I mean,
wherever it's almost like working with layers in
Yeah.
Photoshop versus like paint.
yeah. Hey, wait.
It's how it
where
feels, right?
it's
Speaking
all
of-
merged together, right?
Speaking of
Yeah.
paint, do we
Paint
know?
is getting layers.
Yeah, it's getting layers. It's getting like background transparency or background removal and separately transparency. So hey man, if I have an emergency and I need to make a thumbnail for us, I can use paint.
Gone are the days.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not your granddad's paint.
Most certainly not.
I miss OG paint though, like OG paint, like Windows 95 paint,
like Paintbrush.
Yeah,
Windows 3.
Yeah,
because dude, pixel art was so easy in Paint back in the day. That was really cool.
That's true.
Okay, so now, so I'm looking at these profiles. We're done. I'm good. E-select profile list. Show me all the profiles. I don't want to do anything too crazy, but installing Gnome on Gentoo is probably already crazy enough. I'm looking at the correct one, right? Because I went with the RC. Was it OpenRC? To minimize deviation from the handbook the first time around. We're still on first go. So that one is the one, number 6 is the one that lines up with OpenRC.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I need to e-select profile set 6.
I think it's interesting that they even have one that's not System D.
Oh, so OpenRC is the recommended way?
No, I meant
Oh, that they have System D even as an option? It works.
Yeah.
So like I've got a VM here too. It simultaneously that I've been messing with that I chose System D and it seems to be just fine.
Okay. So after I set the profile, do I need to do another like E-maint or whatever? To kind of get a new...
I don't think so. No, because your packages are already synced.
Okay, so new packages aren't... So what does selecting a profile do then?
It should change your compile flags, I think. Compile flag.
Okay, wait. Should I reboot first before I go too far?
Oh, probably. You did a kernel update.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you want to do that.
I don't need to go back to the first profile though. First, do I?
Nope. No, you shouldn't.
All right. Well, all right, chat. You're and Dan and maybe Adam. I don't know how much Gentoo experience you have. You're gonna have to help me fix this when it's broken. So, all right. We're gonna
why don't you
reboot.
just roll back to the previous transactional image.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just do an OS tree, RPM OS tree update real quick.
Listen, this Proxmox, didn't you take a snapshot of that?
You should take a snapshot.
Should I?
Now that you've updated all your packages.
Take one right now.
But should I though? It's
play fun the edge.
I don't think anyone wants to hear it.
You know what? No. I'm gonna take a snapshot just because you guys are talking about it. But I'm gonna make us fix it. We have to fix it.
That's yeah. But then when you're like totally tired of trying to fix it.
Yeah, Gene says no. I don't think I should.
Yeah, and I don't think switching your profile is going to really do much.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
but
not until you start installing things.
All right.
Yeah, if you switch it afterwards, that might be a different story.
Oh, you can't space in Proxmox snapshots? Oh my god.
No, you probably need dash.
Yeah.
What is this? DNS names
it's not,
now?
Dude, it's not Windows. You can't do that.
You have to escape the space.
Escape the space. Yeah.
Fine.
No
All
white
right.
space. That's not
all right. I will not allow us to use this snapshot during this live stream. So, but if it goes sideways, I guess.
We'll have it for the next live stream.
Yeah.
Hey, the other
when
thing.
The next stream comes around, you can start over.
I have another thing that we need to be doing, which is installing CDE on Arch. So, like, we have another project to do. So if this blows
I have
up,
to get going on that. I have to do that myself.
Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah.
Did we decide we're going to do it on Arch? I don't like. Where else can you install CDE?
I feel like that's the best. Well, they had instructions for all of the, things, but I don't know. I feel like Arch is probably the best.
All right, so that's
as great as that is.
That's doing its thing. It's gonna reboot after a snapshot. You guys are scared.
No, just cautious.
We're looking out for
Okay, hold on. Let me thumb through the thesaurus real quick. Oh yeah, cautious, right next to scared. Yep.
Did one and a half live streams to get where he's at.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
I know he's gonna blow it up now.
hey now. Listen, this has to go out for the rest of the season, so we got to have extra content. That's what I'm trying to blow it up.
Well, as I was with the testing nonsense, right? I figured, that ought to blow it up. No, I haven't yet.
Hold on. It rebooted, guys. It rebooted.
Well,
Check
that's
it
a
out.
good start. That's a good start.
Check it out. Check this out. Hold on. So you Neymar 6.1. That's what I said it was updating to. Yay, everybody, we did it. Look, up. Just want to prove it.
Yeah, you're there.
Yay. Not even 1 minute. It hadn't even been up for a minute yet. Look at that. What a fast reboot. Just wait till we put Gnome on here.
Yeah, that ought to speed things down.
You down.
Are you normally a Gnome user?
If I'm not using Cinnamon, I'm normally a Cinnamon user to answer your question. But if I'm not using Cinnamon, I usually tend to gravitate toward Gnome because it's pretty much the default everywhere. But if I had to pick, and you know, if I got to choose what Red Hat and everybody else decided they were going to make as their main, I would choose Plasma. Mostly because Blur, because they will do Blur. Plasma will, and if there's one thing Mac OS has spoiled me on, it's like blurring the background on everything, and I just love the way that looks. Okay, so we have set ease select profile list. I'm just gonna double check. See the little blue asterisk? Here we go, right here. We're on.
You're an LX cute guy, right?
Yep. Yeah, LXQ.
You're more of a cute guy.
I like Plasma as well. So they're
I like
they're
the
very
LX
they're very related. I don't know. I think those are my favorites.
Yeah, I think Dan gravitates toward cute harder than I do. So I tend to fall on the Gnome side of things because, I mean, if we both did Plasma, not that it would be boring, just that it's a lot of rehash. So I tend to
try to pick something different usually for the show.
Well,
something out of the the abnormal,
Yeah.
Well, you go down the window manager paths, and I pretty much never do that. So I do appreciate that you do that because Sway, it's like, bruh, I like keyboards, but this is too much.
It actually was really
like Sway.
smooth. Yeah, no. So I did
Sway.
Saracia on the on the Fedora Silverblue.
I believe
thing.
it's pronounced Saracia, but yeah. Go ahead.
No, it's
right.
not.
So
We've been
it's
pronouncing
all
it
Leo's
wrong.
fault.
Yeah.
Blaming Leo.
Hold on.
Saracia, yeah, I believe that's
Saracia.
Saracia.
Well, then why is it spelled Saracia then?
Get Google to pronounce it.
Hold on.
And I thought that's what she said.
I'm going to the Wikipedia. Hang on. From Wikipedia. No. It doesn't have one. Oh, no. There's like a, where's the disambiguation of
The pronunciation key is that what
well, no, because there is no dude, and no one is written in, dude. We quite
I don't think
regularly.
anybody knows how to say it.
No.
I really don't. I think that just settles it right there.
If we say something
Or maybe
wrong,
I'm just messing with you.
there's pretty much
you
always
might be right, but I don't think anybody else knows.
well, there's pretty much always a YouTube comment telling us about the wrong things. We very rarely get a good job, guys, but we definitely get a that's not how you pronounce that.
They get their pitchforks out. You did it wrong.
I'm telling you, we're doing Gentoo wrong, and we have heard about it.
Oh, I'm sure we are.
We have definitely heard about it.
Yeah.
There's a beetle. And I thought Saracia was a rock like the rest of them, but it's not. It is a plant.
Yeah, it's a tree.
Hey Leo,
Shh.
I'm just messing.
Oh, what?
It's actually yes, you were saying it right the whole time.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You could have been right, Adam.
Yeah.
You could have been.
No.
We would have
Dude,
never known
I really was
Yeah,
looking for the
seriously.
Google thing, man.
It's Saracia, yeah. You're totally right. I just I felt bad
Anyway.
when you were putting a lot of effort into it. I'm like, yeah.
Man,
This has gone a little too far. So
Okay,
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Got him. Yeah. Okay, so
Anyway,
this is what I
it was
installed
great.
now.
Sway was fun. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I did Regolith, which is an i3 but easy
Yep,
mode
that's i3.
thing. That one was one I could kind of get along with. That one was kind of cool.
Yep.
I appreciated that one.
And they're coming out with a Sway variant as well.
I just cannot, for the life of me, understand why so many people enjoy like teeny tiny itty bitty little tiny itty bitty windows. I like. Oh, Gene
It's
says.
not bad if
It's not really about that. It's about like it's about having the control. Like I don't like constantly, Fibonacci my way into a pixel size window.
That's
Like,
what happens to me.
Yeah.
you're supposed to use the
Use
workspaces.
workspaces. Yeah, exactly.
But then I would have like 12 up.
That's okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
Is it? But then how do I see what's on number 6? And how do I remember what I put into number 6?
Well, yeah.
Number 6?
Yeah, just
Or you label them, or yeah.
Oh, labeling. Okay.
Yeah.
or like you always have Telegram on
Yeah.
6. It's always always comes up on
Yeah,
six.
So-
you can kind of make those rules where like this app always opens on this workspace or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, because, okay, so oddly enough, Cinnamon was the only place I could actually use multiple workspaces and Plasma, because whenever you did the little show me all the workspaces, it would literally show you all the workspaces. I would only have like 4 up. 4 is the max because that was big enough that on the screen I could still see what was in it. I would display all the workspaces and be like, oh yeah, that's where all that stuff is. So I'm going to go over there, switch modes. We're going to do chatting stuff right now.
Yeah. Plasma Eye Candy, the overview thing is pretty nice.
Yeah, Cinnamon does it almost identical.
Gnome has a nice overview as well. I feel like, both of the big boys got that.
I have a bit of that baby duck syndrome where it's like every time I go to another environment, I get a little comfortable, but I always just keep going back to Gnome.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it.
I mean, we all have those, right?
Like later in the Gnome 3 and then obviously in Gnome 4, it really did kind of like, I like this. It's finally got to a place where they stopped making these huge changes.
Stop sucking?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Pretty much.
Even though I gravitate usually towards Plasma or LXQ or some tiling thing, I can use Gnome and I can feel comfortable. I feel like there are some really good quality of life things that it does bring. And it's usable. I don't have a problem with it, honestly.
The Gnome 45 is pretty great.
Yeah, I haven't tested.
I mean, everyone's
Gnome
upset
yet.
about the extensions thing, but I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's another big break though. I mean, arguably
They've had a couple though.
It's the break to stop the breaks. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
true,
Yeah.
and that's
Because,
a good thing.
They actually have like the extensions done right now,
Yeah.
and so they won't break into the future.
Right.
That's good.
So
That's good.
So the meme is dead, but they just had to do one last big meme hurrah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To
It's like
do
that.
it.
That's really it.
The
but
meme,
everybody did again.
yeah. Meme,
Right, but it's like, but it's the last time.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
meme
know, but they're
punctuation.
They're like, yeah, sure, you said that the last time.
Yeah, it's
I don't think they ever actually said that.
Probably not, but yeah.
it's meme punctuation or meme-suation, if you will,
Punctuation.
and then it'll be the last one. Hold on.
Oh
So-
yeah, the shell blur thing.
yeah. Gene said this about the blur. There's a blur.
Yeah. When you
Okay.
open the overview or whatever.
Hang on. So can I tell me I can do this in the terminal? Tell me my terminal can do this. Can it? Because okay, so you know how you see the blur right here, right? Behind the workspace? In the blur my shell thing?
Oh, so you want your
on the
background
overview.
but you want your background in your Gnome terminal to be blurred?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That if
Yeah,
you
like
can
console does. Yeah.
Yeah, well, right, and
Oh,
that's why I gravitate toward Plasma. With yes, you can add transparent. Get out of here, Gene. How do you do that? I want to know.
Like a GNOME terminal? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Okay. Aside from the fact that when I start running GNOME 45, it will not work because that extension will be broken. But after they update it
once
to
they get that
45,
Yeah, you're all set.
I'm gonna
Yep.
be good.
Yeah, there's transparent background, and I don't know if it blurs or not, but
Yeah, I know the transparent background. I know it does that, and that's totally fine. But it's not as good. Oh,
Yes,
wait, hold up.
Tilux can do it.
Wait a minute. You're telling me if I just...
wait a minute. What about the new? Like, are they switching terminals in GNOME?
Console?
I mean, they were going.
They called it off. They called it off.
But then they called. Yeah, did they stop that?
I think it's not going to happen.
Well, that's
The
crazy
app is
because
still there. It got updated.
Yeah, but it's not going to be default.
GTK. It's GTK4 though.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but they did the same thing. They did the same thing that they did when they went from GNOME 2 to GNOME 3 and then from GNOME 3 to GNOME 4, where like every time they made those big jumps, tons of features got thrown out the window so they could start fresh. And when they did that with console, there were so many bug reports that were basically, this feature's gone, I can't use it, it's trash. And when they try to force it as...
It's actually pretty good.
Now, not when they were pushing it hard. It was,
but now you decide to stop, like after you get it fixed.
Well,
right.
It's like the telemetry thing. Like, the cat's out of the bag, baby. People are already pissed. There's no changing the opinion now. It's over.
Where did they say that they weren't? Are they ceasing development on it, or?
I didn't know. I don't think they're ceasing development on it. This was the Fedora putting it first. And when Fedora does something, basically that's hand in hand with GNOME doing something.
It's got some,
because a lot of the developers are on both.
Well,
but you know, sure. One of my favorite things of console is the header bar that changes based on context.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's such a cool feature.
Yeah.
Oh, the color
SSH.
Yeah.
If you're SSH is something, it turns purple.
Yeah.
And
so I'm in a remote machine. Yep.
And if you're doing something as sudo, it changes to red. It's like awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instant context.
Yep.
I wish every one of the terminal emulators did that. I really do.
Yep. That is actually super cool. I was a proponent of GNOME console. I was 100% in. I'm like, dude, I don't like this particular thing about it, but I can ignore it. They'll probably put it back in one day. I'm not worried about it. So when it was available, I think as a secondary terminal for a little while.
It's still installable, I think.
Yeah.
Still installable. Yep.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It was really cool. So maybe if that one gets that feature, oh, baby, I'm going to love it so much. But Gene said Tilux can do that.
That's an option. Yeah.
So wait. You're telling me that I can... So Tilux is a graphical terminal emulator, right?
Yep.
And by default, I don't have to do anything else. It just does that.
Well, you probably got to change the configuration, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, totally. But is it like a checkbox? Can I do that?
So GNOME console is...
Hold on. Let's see.
Installable as a layered package only.
Oh, really?
No Flatpak, huh? Well, it pokes underneath, so I get that.
Well, you say that though, and I'm pretty sure you can install Blackbox, which is another GTK4 terminal emulator.
What does this mean? So
as a Flatpak.
I wanted to do. Oh, so you can't get it. Okay, so Gentoo won't offer console to me on the stable branch. I have to be on testing.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no Flatpak of GNOME console. That is
right.
That is a system level package.
No, but Blackbox. Take a look at that one.
Okay.
Blackbox?
Yep.
A beautiful GTK4 term.
Whoa.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. We'll be the judge of that.
Hold on. Elementary has a Gala experimental API that allows you to do it.
That is kind of pretty.
Dude.
Does it have the context that console?
I don't know. It's an option though.
Oh my god. So, but if it's no, this is just another reason to use Elementary OS because it's built in to the system itself, and anything could use it. Dude,
that's cool.
Another reason to use Elementary, man. Like, I mean,
well, you'll be there before you know it.
Yeah. 100%.
It does have the context in Blackbox.
Nice. Yeah, Blackbox looks pretty good. I haven't really tinkered with it too much, but it's an option.
Oh wait, hold on. So they just added it. So it works in KDE Neon. And we're like going up in years. We're in 2018 now. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think Gene's right. I think they just added it. I think it's just a thing now.
There you go.
There's your option. Crap. All right, well, there it is. In Deepin. Works in Deepin. Dude, it looks good, too. Oh, wow.
Tilix.
Tilix, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the context. So can Blackbox do blur? Because as of right now, I'm all in on Tilix. So we'll figure that out. All right, but okay, back to Gentoo real quick. Because I'm sure the moment I install one thing, it's going to compile for the rest of the week. So I need to install. What did we decide? It was
the meta package.
Gnome base Gnome, and so it was emerge something crazy. Hold on, don't tell me. Oh, that's it. It's just emerge ask. Oh, you just do emerge in the package and it does it. And ask is just there to make sure. I want to do verbose though.
Make sure you want to do this. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab the emerge ask verbose thing and then gnome.
No, verbose. Yeah, probably makes some more sense.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it'll even throw some colors at me. That'd be cool. All right. So I'm gonna do this. Sure.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Well, we have a snapshot, so I guess. Wait, what does that say?
Man, you came in clutch with this. This is great.
All right, cool.
Something about
I got something.
Real users, something real programmers. What does that say? Real users hate. Does that say real users hate real programmers? Is that what that said? Uh-oh. Hold on. Something broke. It broke.
It didn't break.
Yeah, it did.
Not really.
It might be possible to break this cycle by applying any of the following changes.
Oh, so you got to adjust your use flags.
Okay. Well, I thought the profile did that for me.
Well, not everything.
Okay. But look at this. I have to do all of these?
No.
Well,
no, that's just what it's going to install up there. If you go down, it tells you what you need to do.
Okay, it's just this. I need to change minimal and change pulse audio. And so, wait.
That's gonna compile things without pulse audio.
So then I just won't have sound.
Well, maybe because it wants to use Pipewire.
Maybe. Is Pipewire... Okay, so how do I check the current set of use flags?
All right, so you're going to nano your Etsy portage make.conf.
Hold on.
Nano
Etsy make?
Etsy portage.
Portage. Make.com.
Yeah, I don't know. Tab complete.
So
you don't have like hardly any flags.
All I have is System D. Oh, not System D.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we need to go back to the handbook? Use flags.
Or at least the ones it's telling you.
So does it just assume the rest?
Yeah, no, so certain packages will have standard ones, if you will. And your system has some that it has all set as well.
And
you can list them all. You can list them all out if you wanted to. But yeah.
Okay. So I should just add in what it mentioned, which was plus minimal minus pulse audio?
Well, hang on a second, though. You're right. You did change your profile. So you may want to do, you may want to change your emerge thing here so that it's, recognizing your new use
Oh, got it.
And
Oh, got it. Hold on.
do
Yeah.
updates and stuff.
The emerge, ask, verbose, update, deep, new, use, world thing.
Yeah, but
I knew I was right.
You could do that. I don't know if you need to. You might be able to specify the package there, but yeah, sure, give that a whirl.
Let's see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? I've run this command a few times before. It didn't blow up my system. Oh, see, look, there's stuff. I knew it. Vulkan, GTK, incurses. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's a lot.
All right, that's going to take a bit.
Oh, that's got QT stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. See, changing the profile does do a bunch.
Here's where you may want to, have like a minus QT potentially, so you don't bring in all the QT stuff.
But okay, so I need to do that in my make thing.
Yeah.
Make comp.
Mm-hmm.
See, but why would it do that? Why would, if I chose the Gnome profile, why would it automatically add in
Yeah,
QT stuff?
I don't know.
Because
is it for like support, or is it like Qt app support, or?
let me see. I saw it a second ago. I think I saw it in the use flag actually, and not in the. Where did I see that?
I remember years and years ago doing Gentoo and being able to opt out of like one toolkit or the other.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I saw how to do that. You just do them. Oh, here it is. CMake Qt5, but that's not Qt5.
All right, Leo. Here you want to go to this page.
Uh-oh.
Let me send you a link to this. This
so I shouldn't hit yes yet.
Probably not.
Well, it'll be the rest of the show for the rest of the live stream, whatever it is.
Yeah. So you want to go to that guide page there,
okay.
and down a little bit, it tells you some example global use flags for the GNOME desktop environment.
Okay,
now,
right here. Minus Qt5, minus KDE, X, GTK, GNOME, systemd. That one?
Yeah, you could get rid of the systemd thing probably.
Oh, true, because I'm not doing systemd.
You're good there, but I would add those other ones, right? Because that's going to get you going the right direction,
okay,
I feel like.
So we'll do a no real quick. And then we'll go back to the make.conf. Paste those guys in there. Okay, so not... Oh, wait. Should I put them in order like that? The knots first or something?
I don't know as it matters.
Well, they do it that way, so I feel like maybe. Okay.
Probably not terrible to follow the guide.
Right. Okay, so wrote that.
That looks pretty cool.
Okay, should I do the at-world thing first before I do the GNOME
let's try that. Let's now that you've got that saved up, and let's try that. See what happens.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, real users hate real programmers. I'm pretty sure that's what that says. 213 new packages. That's a gig of down. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show.
It does look like it's bringing in a lot of things that you want, though.
Yeah. Surely, I know this is stuff I'm going to end up using.
It's bringing in X stuff and
Color D, Incompress.
Yeah.
Polkit, need that. Mozilla CAs, I'm sure I will need that eventually.
Bunch of Perl stuff.
Yeah, Wayland protocols.
Oh, that makes sense too. I think this is going to get you going in the right direction.
Okay. Well, I mean, I might as well do it.
It is going to take a while, but you got to get it done, right?
Well, are we ready? Here we go. Beep.
Do it. Yes.
Let's see if it dies. It might die. After it does all the pre-merge checks, it might die.
Well, I suppose that's possible.
Hey man, we got 20-ish more minutes or whatever. We got to figure out and see if it's going to actually let me compile for the next 12 hours.
Yeah, you check on that tomorrow. It'll be done.
Let me see.
Yeah, there it goes. It's going.
Okay. We're still in check-in mode. I feel like there's still a possibility here.
I think it started. I think you're off to the races.
Okay. Let's see. I've only given it 2 cores. Maybe I'll bump that up to 3.
On the fly?
No. Well, I don't think it would actually work.
Get a hot CPU while he's compiling.
Ooh-wee, boy.
I don't think that's ever been tried.
Is there a hot swap CPU use flag? That might be useful. Well, it's such a bummer.
Yeah,
I can't
don't think
do.
a snapshot's gonna save you from that.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
not this one. All right, but I gotta look. Tilix is available, so I'm gonna try.
That's cooking along there, Leo. It's doing its thing. You're good.
Oh, quick question. Pop-Tarts.
Love
do you eat them up or do you eat them straight?
Either. I mean,
generally straight out of the vending machine.
Yeah. Like if I'm in a rush. Hold on. But no, there's a mindset and a difference between when you're eating one. Like you eat them cold when it's like, well, I don't have a way to heat this up. There's not a microwave near me or something like that. Or I'm just like, I got to go to this other building real quick. So I'm just going to like, and then, do what I need to do. Cold Pop-Tarts, still good. Absolutely still great.
They're tasty. Yeah.
But if I've got
a coworker's daughter tell us that she only heats them up for breakfast.
Yeah.
And any other time she eats them straight.
Yeah,
only breakfast that she feels like she needs to
So she eats them like a cookie.
Yeah, because that's what they are. Dude, they're cookies. They're just
they're filled cookies, right?
Yeah, they're like the cream filled donuts or whatever, but just like super smashed down in a foil packet. That's just what they are.
Part of this nutritious breakfast.
Oh my God. Right. I love those commercials. It's like
here's your 4,000 calories of breakfast on the table.
here's a pile of sugar. And I loved it when we were kids in the 90s. They would be like part of this complete breakfast. And then like away from almost slightly out of the frame was like a pile of eggs and bacon and a glass of milk and orange juice and
some
orange
like juice,
a whole breakfast out there. And then they're like, but also this bowl of sugar, part of your complete breakfast. No, it wasn't. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was an afterthought, and it was cheap. That's what it was.
You know, the only time my school ever cared that we ate breakfast was when we had to take standardized tests.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It was the only time anybody, make sure you eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be sharp.
Yeah, but they would be passing around cinnamon rolls and those little open packs of cereal. It's not like they were giving you a good breakfast.
No. They didn't give us nothing. They just told us, eat at home. Just make sure you eat.
Oh, yeah, I never made it to school fast enough most of the time. But when I did, it was like, here's a piece of toast with cinnamon and sugar on top. That's breakfast.
That's good. That's good for you.
Very rarely there would be like powdered eggs and bacon, though. I don't know if the bacon was real, but it was ostensibly bacon.
I will say I do like the Pop-Tarts from the toaster. I think that's pretty good.
If
you can.
The little bit of crispy. So the difference, so I never got to say it, but the difference is time. Do you have an extra 5 to 10 minutes to
Generally,
stick?
no.
Right. Exactly. And that's why Pop-Tarts are fantastic, because you can eat them cold. It's like pizza.
Yeah. You throw them in your backpack and go, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
When you got to go, cold piece of pizza. Hit the spot every time. But if you got a minute, pop that bad boy in the air fryer. Ooh, good as new.
That's good too.
Mm-hmm. Good as new.
Yeah, when the inside gets nice and warm, that's good.
Mm-hmm. A little toasty cheese on top. Toastier than when you got it in the first place. Oh, so good. I'm almost convinced to just throw away the whole stove. Just the whole thing. Just get it out of there. And
use the air fryer?
The air fryer and the Instant Pot. Like, basically cook everything that I normally eat anyway. I mean, Instant Pot is a frying pan if you need it, and a soup maker. Dude, the thing will make like yogurt and cake.
Yep.
And the air fryer will do everything else. Oh, it's so good.
It's true.
It's really good. See, I even ate before I came to the show, and yet still somehow we were talking about it prior to Adam saying anything. Food did come up, but Adam really kind of sealed the deal. Kind of sealed the deal with the Pop-Tarts, man. So, Steve, Pop-Tarts, hot or cold?
I haven't had a Pop-Tart in a while, but hot.
Okay.
All
right.
Yep.
My son gets all these weird flavored s'mores and
I know. Kids these days.
Birthday cake and
Back when I was walking to
strawberry.
school uphill both ways, we had strawberry and cinnamon, and that's all. That was it.
well, apple and cherry or
That's about it. Yeah, no, there wasn't a lot. Yeah.
toaster strudel.
Yeah.
Oh,
frosting
because
or no
you had
frosting, right?
the little sauce on top, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, those are good.
but I'm weird. Now, tell me if, like, you can't even find them anymore. I'm this weird. They just like stopped making them. So my favorite Pop-Tart though was the cinnamon one, the whatever, without the frosting on top, just bread. It was like bread, cinnamon filling, bread. That was all it was.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Favorite
frosting
one.
or no frosting.
Yeah, they all got frosting on them.
Yeah, I know.
these
Yeah,
days,
they
no
do.
matter
Now,
what.
yeah. Yep.
Undo the frosting. Just give me the cinnamon. I love cinnamon rolls. I think that's my downfall, which is why toaster strudels are fantastic because it's just a cinnamon roll.
Essentially, yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, this is going a whole
I
lot
have
faster
this
than I
weird
thought.
issue. So I have an Unraid server back in Georgia. That's at my folks' place. And for whatever reason, anytime you reboot it, the web server doesn't come up.
Uh-oh.
And so nor does the SSH server on it. So I can't remote into the box. But there's a VM that auto runs on there. So what I do is I SSH into that VM.
Oh my
and
God.
then jump from there to the actual Unraid server, where I can then restart Nginx and SSHD.
That's very strange.
Yeah, it's real weird. I don't know why it does that.
Dude,
Kind of janky.
that's kind of funny because I had a very, very similar problem, but it was with my router. So I have the Edge router that has full web interface and everything, but it turns out it's just Debian. So that's exactly what I had to do. I had I have WireGuard on a VPN, and one specific update, like it ran out of space when I was doing an update. And so it rebooted and kind of did its own thing. But it rebooted and the internet was working and everything. But I tried to hit the web interface and it wouldn't go. So I was at work, like physically at work. So I had to SSH through WireGuard's VPN to get to a VM that I had in here, and then SSH into the Edge router box, and then go back. It's got a really cool command line interface, actually. It's Viata or VOS.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yep.
And so I got it fixed and then ran the next update that came down and kind of fixed everything after that. But yeah, just weird SSH jumpy stuff to get things working. So
Indeed.
did you fix it though? The web interface?
I have no. I mean, yeah, I can like restart the web interface through, but as far as like actually fixing it permanently, yeah,
Still kind of busted.
You just got to do that every time. Yeah.
Dude, no.
That's kind of the thing about the sort of like, I mean, it's open source technologies for the most part, but it's still very like kind of black box vendor type thing.
Dude, system D timer. Speaking of monolithic things that are going to take over your entire life. Yeah, just. Oh wait, what?
If it ran system D.
Oh, what is it?
Right. Everything's actually controlled by rc.d RC scripts.
Okay, so then
it's like our OpenRC or something. Probably.
Well, then just do a cron job like at reboot plus 1 minute or something like that, and then like have it
run that.
Yeah, have it restart your web server and
Nginx.
Yeah.
So jank.
Yeah,
it was very jank. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you guys familiar with Unraid at all?
I've
not really.
But actually, the whole operating system runs off of a USB stick.
Yeah.
Oh,
and like it's kind of weird that way.
Yeah, that's how I used to run my ESXi box.
It runs, it's loaded in RAM,
Right.
so
Exactly.
it doesn't really care.
Yeah.
But I actually liked that at first, at least. I'm a little back and forth on it. But I liked it because it meant that all of the storage in the machine was just storage.
Right.
I didn't have to have any disk in there for the OS or anything.
Well, my FreeNAS box works the same way.
That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just runs off a USB stick or something. Yeah.
Yep.
For some reason, so I was running ESXi off this. I had to get off the USB because the USB would get heated up. For some reason, this particular box, this Lenovo box, would just heat these USBs up to a point where you couldn't read the storage anymore. So if you rebooted, it wouldn't work because the USB was still that hot. It wouldn't reboot, so you had to power it off, wait a little while, physically push the button and then it would be fine. But I got tired of that and just bought a really tiny SSD
no kidding.
to install the OS on. And it was only that box, I think, or maybe it was just that flash drive. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it pissed me off enough that I ended up having to do something else.
Another thing about GNOME 45 is the search on the files on the file browser now is so fast.
Yeah.
Just stupid fast. Yeah. So like I have my music library, which is a ton of music, right?
Right.
And all legit. And it's on the server, in Atlanta.
Right.
I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, right?
Right.
And I can go to the window and it has all the files and folders, and I can just type, and it's nearly instant to find what I need.
Nice.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's over an SSH connection to Atlanta on spinning hard drives.
I was going to say, locate's pretty fast. So I wonder what it's using in the back end to do all that. I mean, it's just looking at a local database.
They have their own thing. I think was it Tracker or something?
Is it light
Okay.
or what is it, light SQLite in the background?
SQLite.
Everything is SQLite now.
Right. I don't know if it's that. Let me check. I think it's called Tracker.
That's really cool though. I'm really happy about that. That's not from the hit the meta key thing. That's like in the files app.
Correct. I mean, I can
Okay.
search in the meta key as well, but
And it'll look for files?
yeah,
Okay.
Cool.
you just have to
Okay.
have it on there. So when you go into like the search settings, I think files might actually be disabled by default. So if you go into
Maybe that's why I never saw it and kind of never added that
No,
to
I
my
have it enabled.
lexicon
Yeah,
of
files is enabled.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a bunch of different like search like sources that you can turn on and off.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so yeah, you can search files and stuff.
See, that's
So-
one of those things about Unity that I loved about Unity way back in the day. Yeah, everybody hated it because of the Amazon thing, but Unity was absolutely the most.
Another great search is I've only seen this on Fedora, and that's you can search through Firefox from the overview without having to type any special characters.
Like a web search?
So like I could do like a Google search from the overview.
See what I mean? This is stuff that Unity used to do. Dude.
Well, and Plasma, here's where Plasma shines. Like when you use KRunner, you can do a lot of those things.
You can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
KRunner is amazing.
So it took
It
took a
amazing.
decade for people to forget that Unity, that Ubuntu did the Amazon thing, and now they're like, oh yeah, all the features from Unity are cool now.
Right.
I appreciate it. I like it, but I mean, Windows started doing that in Windows 10, and the only reason that it sucked in Windows was because they made the program results that came up dependent on having hit Bing first, and then it
checks all the stuff in the store.
Yeah, and then it would just take forever for local searches to actually come up. Then they finally were like, all right, fine, local first. I guess we won't sell you stuff. And it's like, it's my operating system, dude. Like, I just need to run Audacity. Like,
yeah, I want to know what I got,
calm
not
down
what
with
I
that.
can get. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do that later. Like, if I can't find the app that's in the menu already, like, sure, search or something, but not first. That's stupid.
That's something that GNOME does really well on Fedora because it integrates with them. It's pretty much the GNOME experience, right?
Yeah.
And their software store, you can go in there and search all day long, but they also have that in the overview. So if I want to search for a Flatpak or something, I just search for it in the overview and it's there.
Damn.
If I already have it installed, it will default to the one I have installed.
Of course. The way it should be.
Yeah, it is the way it should be. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Steve, where are you at on this? So if you're just typing stuff in the meta menu out here, is it cool to have like Flatpak apps and things like that you may not have installed showing up in your search?
I mean, if normally they don't. I mean, when I start if I want to, because I don't do those old window on the desktop icons, and I just type, and usually Pop is pretty good. The Gnome is pretty good at remembering, your last if it was Discord and I just type DI, I won't get discs. I'll get Discord. If I type in TE, I get Telegram, not something else that I might have with TE in there.
Right.
If I've been mostly doing Firefox, I do FI, and Firefox comes up, not files. But if I was doing a lot of files and bringing up File Manager that way, I'd get a lot of files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
that was one thing I liked about like Rofi and the other launchers, especially Albert, is that you could turn those things on and it would do those things for you. And the fact that it's just built into GNOME now is absolutely fantastic. But
GNOME does the similar thing that Steve was talking about. It kind of the tracker, like indexer thing, keeps track of that kind of information. So.
Oh my God. What if GNOME is vacuuming up that information to figure out what people are using? Oh my God.
I hope they're not sending it anywhere. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We did talk about that. We talked about the telemetry stuff.
Yeah, we made that
Fedora was proposing. So you really should listen to the episode, Adam.
Oh yeah.
And grab our hot take on that one.
I lost friends on that one, I'm sure.
I think we both did. I think we both did.
But
I don't know. Spoiler alert. We thought they had some things right.
Yeah. I'm not even much of an opponent of the opt out. Just because it's right there. I think Dan and BGT in Matrix today or last night we're talking about. I missed that conversation because it was late.
Yeah, wee hours of the morning.
Yeah. And the conversation went exactly like we talked about it on the show. That's exactly how it
really did.
Conversation went. And I mean, no one on either side was convinced, I don't think. But
nope.
If you give me an easy way and make it apparent on how to opt out, I don't care. I really don't. Just hoover it up, dude. Take it because it's my job.
Present me with the options.
Yeah,
like out of the gate. Don't wait around. Don't hide it away. Give me the options. Present them to me.
Steve, are you privacy hawk? Are you a privacy hawk? Are you? Does it bother you when, like, an operating system like Windows says that we're gonna kind of figure out your usage stats and just add that to the pile?
Yeah.
So if Fedora decided that they wanted to turn a similar type thing on, nothing personally identifiable, none of it says Steve, none of it has your address. I mean, it might say like the state of California or something like that, but it doesn't have locale on you either.
Right.
Would you be opposed to Fedora saying, during the install, we're going to ask you a question. The toggle will be on, and you can flip it off if you'd like, but it will by default say, you're going to give us some basic information like what kind of packages you have installed, maybe how long you use that software in a given day, and if you uninstall things after the install, or where you spend most of your time.
And I think I had some basic what your machine was like what kind of
hardware profile.
Basic hardware profile, not even really in depth, just like what processor you have, how much RAM, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So what do you think? Would you be opposed to Fedora implementing something like that?
No. I mean, if it's going to help them, or you can, we all know those real super privacy minded, I'm going to hide in the cave with all sorts of VPNs and, and go, well, it's just a start, you don't know if that's what they're going to end. And it's like, oh my God, if it is to help build better operating systems, if it leans into something else, hey, you can really start making some money off of this, and you can get this information. And
now I'm mad. Yeah.
And oh, well, we know it's turned on or turned off, and and all that. But I have to think in our Linux world that it's there are too many privacy conscious people. Can you trust a big corporation even in that realm? I don't know. Yeah. But no, I would when Ubuntu, I didn't turn it. I actually turned it on. Let them find out what kind of computer I have, and might make it better for the future.
Yeah, I think Fedora's problem. I mentioned it in the show, but I think Fedora's problem was timing, because it just came off of the Red Hat. CentOS.
We're locking down our repos.
Right. That was. Yeah. I think I called that one strike 3. That was strike 3 for the whole thing, because telemetry is already a dirty word in FOSS, which was strike 1.
But it doesn't have to be. Like,
no, it doesn't.
If they're transparent about it,
they were.
Exactly. Like, if you know what they're collecting and you have the option to opt out, even if it's opt in by default, if you have the option to opt out, and they're transparent about what they're doing, and they're transparent about how they collect it, where they hold it, all that other stuff. Like, I don't know, like, what more you could do, but there's always going to be those people who are just like, under no circumstance, right?
Yeah, I think
it's like, in that case, just say no. Just opt out.
Right. Yeah. Just click it off, and you're good to go.
I think Fedora's biggest problem, besides timing, was the fact that I think the majority of people that work on Fedora tend to have that stance, and I say work on Fedora, but not just work on Fedora, but like the people that exist in the forums and the IRC and in the places where you can make a lot of noise about stuff like that. The people that tend to make a lot of noise are the people that also tend to be privacy conscious folks. So you get this outstripped idea of what people that use Fedora want, but it's the same problem that you're dealing with by not having telemetry. You're not hearing the voices of the other 99% of the users of Fedora. And because of that, you're getting this really skewed view of what Fedora users want.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So and I think you're both right. To make the best product possible, that is the information you need. You need to be able to be collecting that in a respectful way.
Yeah.
But it would help the upstream projects too of different things.
Yeah,
so
you made that
know
point. Yeah.
How popular their application is, so that they can say, oh yeah, look at all these Fedora people that are installing this application. So they can in turn use that to say, maybe Flatpak's a good way to go, or maybe we just need to get our packages in these other distros. It's really popular over here. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could be beneficial there.
And DNF has always had, like, not always, but had for quite a while. There is actually like a telemetry thing in DNF that it's off by default, but you can opt into it where they can collect sort of the population.
PopCon.
PopCon.
Yeah, that thing. Popularity contest. That's it. Yeah, it's kind of like PopCon, but it's built into DNF, and it's off by default, but you can enable it if you want.
Yeah,
and it's like they mostly just use it to count users. Right? Yeah. But it's like, if it means that more attention gets, because like there's so many pieces of hardware that, like, the just work, like, in Apple terms, it just worked. In the Linux term, just works means that's all it does. It just works.
It just works.
It doesn't work entirely. It just works.
Yeah, you can turn it on. That's it. That's all you got.
And like, how if they knew how much more hardware was out there, then maybe people would know what to target. Or
absolutely.
Like, hey man, a lot of people seem to have this Wi-Fi chipset. Maybe we should talk to the vendor or something to get more attention on this. Or
and then the vendor's Broadcom, and so they just write that one right off.
Well, yeah.
Realtek, like, all right.
they can look at it too and say, yeah, oh, look at all these people. They're pretty much stuck on 8 gig of RAM. I mean, that's so we need to kind of be conscious of how much we're gobbling up with our desktop, potentially.
Yep.
So we got to be conscious of that. Or
that was a big thing with endless
gig systems or something. Yeah, absolutely.
endless OS's telemetry, which was optional, off by default, was a big inspiration for how the Fedora telemetry was going to work.
It's almost the same technology-wise.
Yep, and the fact that Endless knew that there were devices that were still running on 2 gigs of RAM, and I mean, not a huge amount. It was like 3% or something like that, 2% of the user base was still running on slim systems like that. They knew that it was a bad idea to make the entire system revolve around the 4 gig threshold or the 8 gig threshold.
Right.
And that's huge.
You don't want to alienate people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like a lot of the same people that are arguing for, having absolute privacy on a system also tend to be the people that keep 2 gig systems around churning for way longer than they should.
Yeah.
So, man, like,
what do you mean it won't run on a 32-bit system?
Yeah, exactly. That's the exact kind of situation they're kind of putting themselves in, and when they get left behind, they'll be that same squeaky wheel in the forum.
I'll tell you, the distribution that gets that one a lot is Ubuntu, right? Because
yeah,
you're the lightweight distro. What do you mean you can't run on a 32-bit system? Probably because that's 2 decades old.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would just pass the buck. Well, Ubuntu doesn't support it, so
yeah, we do, and if you want that, you're gonna have to go to Debian, and I don't know how much longer they're gonna hang on to it.
Exactly. I mean, they'll probably be the ones that hang on to it the longest, them or maybe Gentoo. But other than that, dude,
there are not a lot of options.
My first computer, and I just can't get rid of it. Well, what's it gonna do? I don't know, but I got Puppy running on it. Well, what can you do?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, Patrick said install Slackware 16.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's the other thing. Steve makes a great point. Like, what are you doing with that? You're not getting on the web and surfing around because it just won't handle that stuff.
Yeah. Firefox is Firefox still 32-bit? Can you still run it?
You could install it, yes, and you can get to web pages, but as soon as you start doing some JavaScript stuff, you're done.
Yeah, well, the day they upgrade, the day like web servers on across the world decide that TLS 1.3 is the new standard, well then, yeah, those browsers aren't going to work anymore.
Right. Yeah, and that's actually something I was talking to somebody earlier today about. Like, I was talking about, like, there's this adage that, like, Linux saves old hardware, and it's like, yeah, as long as you don't go on the web.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it'll control your lights.
Yeah.
Well, and that's true. You can make purpose boxes that do certain things that reuse some of that stuff.
But we're talking. Hang on, though.
Useful desktop system. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, if you're running a Pentium 3 to run anything, dude, spend the extra money on
your room.
Yeah, spend the extra money on a Raspberry Pi 2, and it will do the same amount of workload in the same amount of time at 1/100th of the power cost. So, give it a go.
My Power Mac G5 fans keep me company. It's the only friends I have.
Yeah. Most of my friends are warm, I guess. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Most.
Hope they're not cold.
Most of my friends.
Well, in Texas, yeah.
Everything's kind of warm down here.
Even the dead people are hot in Texas.
A little, yeah. Dead people sweat in Texas, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the ground's warm, so why not?
Exactly.
Right. Yikes.
Well, we made it. We made it through half of the GNOME profile emerge. That's not too bad.
I think you're on the right track there, Leo.
Yeah, 120 of 232 packages. So we still got a little ways to go.
So are you? It's what's running back there? Is that you still doing Gentoo?
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
This is going to be a theme because I think what's going to happen is that like we do maybe like 5 minutes of real Gentoo work during the stream, and then the rest of the stream is just this screen. It's compiling Gentoo in the background.
And us jabbering.
Yeah.
With elevator music.
Yeah. I mean,
we're the elevator music.
You know what? Next time, I'm going to bring some elevator music. You got it. I've got some too. Actually, I bought some not too long ago. Got a whole lot of I got a whole like massive hours and hours and hours of playlist of royalty free stuff. I'll bring it on. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have slight music throughout the whole stream. And
I don't have much in the soundboard. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's right. We have a soundboard too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it only does little short clips though.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna. Sorry, that was kind of loud. But I mean, that may or may not get us a copyright strike. We'll find out. I don't think so.
It should.
If you don't have Nitro, you can't access the other soundboards from other servers, right?
I don't know. I have Nitro though.
I don't know. I have Nitro. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a server I hang out in, and all the soundboard things are not appropriate to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, see what this. I missed it. Whenever the emerge messed up, I should have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then whenever that previous emerge actually was successful, got him.
Absolutely.
Right. I forget about that. I forget about all of these. That's it. That's the end of the stream right there.
Oh, so that's all that Nitro stuff you get from Discord, huh?
Well, that's one of the benefits
of Nitro.
Yeah.
You get quite a few features for it, actually.
And now that my access point is rebooted and updated and working properly, I could probably stream in a higher quality too.
Well, we get that. Plus, we get the sound is higher quality.
Oh, that's right. We get like 256K or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
Yep. That is pretty cool.
My only frustration is that the Linux Discord doesn't stream sound.
What do you mean?
Like the Linux Discord client, like if you stream to Discord, there's no sound.
It really?
Yeah.
What?
Weird.
Like if I were to stream a game or something on Linux, there's no sound. Yeah.
That's lame sauce.
Really?
So I got to use something like OBS to do that, or what?
So there's like a. It's kind of like an unofficial Discord.
Hacky work
audio. Yeah, and it basically uses Pipewire to like basically create another sound sync and stuff and put it in there. The only problem isn't that the sound doesn't work properly. It's that the video quality is just awful.
Right.
And yeah.
My only for us in the podcast, we use the bot
Steve.
there to record. We use CraigBot to record our audio.
Mm-hmm.
And my only wish is there was something to record video.
Yeah, that would actually be super cool. Yeah, because I think right now that Dan, you record your own.
I do.
And my streamed video.
Right.
And I guess the only better way to deal with that is for me to record my own streamed videos, so I have a local copy of that in a higher quality. Because what I am shown is a higher quality than what Dan sees. So that might,
for sure.
Yeah, that might be something I need to look into.
You hungry? Nothing.
Now, I need to know if Steve is talking to like his cat or
he doesn't have a cat.
A kid.
I think he's talking to his son. Yeah. He's talking to his son.
Okay.
I think.
Well, that's how I talk to my cat.
I'm just hoping I don't like hear like some domestic violence.
Yeah, I don't think we want that.
Man, I've been on Xbox Live before. And I heard
oh
that
my god,
that's a hard thing.
Mom's calling me for dinner.
Hard to concentrate on playing Halo while you're hearing that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's calling me for dinner, and then glass breaks, and you're like, no.
Like, hey man, like what's going on there? It's like, oh yeah, they do this. You know?
No, they do this. That's normal.
They do this, you know? Like just
we
just so used to it.
Yeah. We needed a fourth. You get used to it, man.
But you know what? Like I moved in with a friend of mine. It was actually when I lived in El Paso. I moved in with him at his stepdad and his mom's house, right? And like they argued all the time, right? And my parents, when I grew up, they never argued. They never yelled. They never any of that, right? So like I'm hearing them like just raising their voice, getting real upset, and I go over to his room. I'm like, "Hey man, like I don't know what's about to jump off in there. What's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, they'll be fine. Just give it a bit." I'm like, "What do you mean they'll be fine? Someone sounds like they're about to get hit." And he's, "Nah, they do this, you know, like
Gotta
that
blow
kind of
off
response.
steam.
Yep.
Woo.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess that's
Yeah.
probably going to be about all we can squeeze out of this little Gentoo box today.
How many
Yeah,
cores
well-
you got on that?
2 right now. It's it's an AMD Ryzen 5 2400G. So not great, but good enough. And I'm only giving it 2 cores of that. So it doesn't even get the hyper threads or anything.
Proxmox. Yeah.
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 But it's doing okay. It got through that first emerge and maybe like
You're zipping through pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised. That's why when you
Yeah.
said 2, I was like, "Whoa, really?"
yeah.
no,
Not
it's doing
too
all right.
bad. And it hasn't crashed once.
Good.
Yeah, it's getting through X11 libs, so this one might
Low
take
bar,
a while.
huh?
Yeah, well, yeah. Honestly, Dan's hasn't crashed much.
Mine has not too bad. As of late, it's actually been good. I did a recent update, and it updated to the latest plasma that just came out.
Yeah, I think your troubles came when you were adding plasma to it, and then after that, it's been pretty smooth, right?
Yeah.
What are you building it on, Dan?
Tater
It's an
top.
It's an i3 third generation thing with 4 gig of RAM.
That's why this process is so
I'm
good.
speechless.
Yeah, that's why this whole
fun,
thing is
man.
so good.
Compiled plasma.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it did. It only took about 16 hours or so.
Oh.
You're not running Chromium on that.
Oh
Well, I'm
that's
running the binary of Firefox.
no,
yeah.
that would be another 16 hours.
Well,
Yeah,
he
I'm
wouldn't
not-
have the RAM for it. I don't think 4 gig would be enough to compile Chromium.
Well, it's got swap. I mean, it could use some of that.
It'll figure it out. It's got an SSD, right?
No.
yeah.
Oh
'Cause
no, you're
We've
joking.
never had any problems when our machine runs out of RAM, right?
No,
Oh.
it's a spinning drive.
You're kidding.
No.
I
no,
didn't. Wow, I didn't know this. Now that's an extra layer of whoa. Okay, yeah, I
a
gotta.
rusty potato at that.
Wow.
It's the spare, like, it's the thing I can, set aside and devote to this. That's, I don't use it on a regular.
Wow.
But you say that. I actually used it the other day to watch some video stuff. And honestly, as old as this machine is, the battery life on it is not that bad. Like, I can get a good solid hour of watching video on battery.
Is it hardware accelerated?
No, just the Intel, integrated Intel stuff.
Okay.
See, here's the thing, Leo. See, Dan donates that machine, and then a couple weeks later, he gets a box from Sierra Leone with a note that says, "Thanks, but no thanks."
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. Our penny
Yeah,
fours
when it's
are
done,
just
it'll be
fine.
done.
Thanks.
Yep. Yeah, when that's done, it'll be done.
Wow. Well, I mean, if nothing else, we're saving these boxes from the garbage pit. So
It's been a good experiment. It really has.
yeah.
Are we saving them, or are they just delaying it?
Yeah, we're delaying the inevitable,
Yeah,
but
we are.
but they're creating content. So
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
right. It's
That's
serving
value.
a purpose.
Yeah, it's a good
I'm
tinker toy.
baffled that they was able to compile plasma in 4 gig.
Yeah, it did that, and then I added that LXQt so that I can actually function for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that works pretty good too.
Yeah, this machine's only got 4 gigs too. So I mean, compiling Gnome. So okay, so in Gentoo world, is like compiling Gnome and compiling Plasma comparable, or is one much worse than the other?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right. And I guess if you only have a couple cores, it's not like you're chucking a bunch in memory at a time, right?
Yeah. Well, hey,
Nope,
shoot,
it's not.
at least Dan's got hyperthreading over there. You got you got hyperthreading on that thing, right?
Yeah, probably.
A few extra cycles
I
out
know
of it.
So the VM that I've got, like, I know it consumes it all.
Yeah.
If I look at it in the the status of it, it gets up to 100 and some odd percent of the CPU available, and it chews it up.
Yeah, mine's only
I
sitting
wonder how
at
much RAM I need for all of my cores.
Mine's only sitting
they
at 1.74 gigs right now, and it's only using one core. I think it's not making full
Right.
use
For
of
your
that
makeup
second core.
set?
Well, but I think I said actually no. I take
You
that. I
set
take
it
that
that
back.
way so that you
That's
didn't
right.
consume all your RAM.
So it's
Yeah.
only actually using one core, Adam. It's I set the jobs to 1 on the very first stream, so it's only.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just so it wouldn't crash his box. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
So
32 threads. So I wonder how much that would take.
Yeah.
We'll find out next time.
You're done in about 10 minutes with that machine you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, running out of RAM.
Yeah, I do wonder if my 5800X, like how fast that would compile all this stuff.
It would
So
go
that-
faster for
that's-
sure. Yeah.
Well, eight cores and hyperthreading going on, so I would hope
Get
so.
a cheap SSD, throw it in there, and give it a whirl.
You better believe it. You better. I have one. It's in there. It's not doing anything, so it's probably going to
Well, there
end
you
up with
go.
Gentoo on it. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Well,
So is it? I think someone tried to explain it to me once that Gentoo, when you're building Gentoo, it's building to the machine that you put it on.
It is.
That
yeah. So well,
Yeah.
as long as you configure it to do that, I think you can configure it to just compile
Be a
generally.
little more generic.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
generic. Yeah, generic. Oh, he left. Well, I was gonna tell him the generic thing.
I love how the man just like, hey, I got this
Whoop,
question.
gotta go.
And then you start
Yeah.
answering.
Just phew.
Like imagine the in-person equivalent of that is like you're talking to them and they just walk off. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, all right, I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he asked that question like an email. He expected to come back in 30 minutes and read the response.
Yeah. I didn't think face-to-face was asynchronous, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong.
Yep. So this meeting should have been an email.
I know I asked the question, but you can answer it when I get back.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe his access
No, I
point
think
needs an
something
update.
came up on his phone or whatever.
It sounded like his phone was ringing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let this Gen 2 keep going. Apparently on its only on its single core, which we'll try to fix. I'm using less than 2 gigs. I feel like adding a second job wouldn't be a big deal.
You could probably handle it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it crashes
Well,
midstream,
that's a thing for next time.
Yep. That's what we'll do. So next live stream, I'll crank it up to jobs 2 and see if it works. I can always give it an extra gig of RAM, and I wanted to give it a 3rd core, but I guess we'll see. I'll wait on that stuff. We'll just go jobs 2 next time and see how that goes.
Next
Absolute
time
madman.
next time on the Linux user space,
Z.
we go more jobs.
Yeah. Linux user space Z.
sorry about that, guys. I hit the wrong button there.
Oh,
We picked on you a little bit, but not too bad.
yeah. I did that today at work, and I was blasting like electronic music, so you know it happens. Listen, man, I got to get through grading, dude. It sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
y'all.
I do have to go get my son now. He just texted me during all that too. So
All right.
Yeah, no, you're good. We're wrapping things up.
Good
And,
timing. Good timing.
glad I got on, and
yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
thanks
I
for
knew
coming.
Leo was talking about food. You know, my
Yep.
ear
you're-
was itching,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
so I figured I'd join the Texas Saloon here. And
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a wonder
thanks
we
for
didn't.
joining.
It's a wonder we didn't bring up brisket. So next time.
all right, guys,
All right. You
take care.
All right. y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya, everybody else. That's
Yep.
yeah.
Toodle-doos.
That'll do it for the stream. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Yep. See you next one.